Hey YouTube, and welcome to Tea Time with Jules. I'm Jules, and thanks for joining me for another reaction video. So today we're going to be watching an introduction to opera's voice types, and this is a video by the Royal Opera House. So I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I guess we're just going to be going over the different voice types, or like Fachs, F-A-C-H-S, in opera, and I'll help to kind of explain what they're explaining. Let's do it. Okay, so they're going from the lower ones up. Bass is first, and then baritone, and then tenor. This is cute. And then mezzo soprano. Ooh, nice. Beautiful. And countertenor. And then soprano.
Now that we're warm, I think it's time for some proper singing. Hit it, David.
Such a soprano. Okay, this is the baritone. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a popular opera. Yeah, The Marriage of Figaro. Let me just... Okay, I'm gonna pause it. So it just seems like they're going through all the different voice types, so you can hear the difference of sound in between each of the voice types. So that was baritone, and he was singing an aria from a famous, well-known opera, The Marriage of Figaro, which is an Italian opera by Mozart. Okay, so now soprano's coming up. Typical soprano. Very nice. Okay, so that one was from the French opera Romeo and Juliet. They say Romeo et Juliette. That was like one of the more popular arias, soprano arias from that one. There's a fun mezzo aria from that one, but whatever. Okay, bass is coming up.
Der Weisheit Geist dem neuen Paar.
So low.
Der Wanderer Schritte lenket, stärkt mit Geduld sin Gefahr, stärkt mit Geduld sin Gefahr.
Nice. Oh, that was nice. And I will say that bass singers, because their sound is so like heavy, like it's the lowest voice that you can have, and that carries a lot of weight with it. And typically, like a lot of professional bass singers, like they can sing until they're at a much older age. Like sopranos, I would say kind of peak at a younger age. You'll see a lot of younger sopranos. But like the lower voices, like with bass, you see a lot of older men singing these bass roles because their voices just kind of mature and are still developing at an older age. And so even like this guy, you think like, whoa, isn't he maybe kind of old compared to everybody else? But like his bass voice is still, like it took much longer to mature and develop versus like the other voice types. And so he can sing until he's like, I don't know how old, but old. I'm so rude. I'm so sorry. I hope he's not watching this. It was beautiful. Okay, here comes the tenor.
La donna è mobile,
Of course.
qual piuma il vento
Oh,
muta.
let me pause it. So I wanted to say that the bass aria was from a famous Mozart opera, Die Zauberflöte, which is translated to the magic flute, and it's a really popular one. I mean, all of these are really popular from popular operas as well. Rigoletto. Everybody knows this one.
Leggio droviso, in pianto in riso, e mezzoniero. La donna è mobile, quale piuma è vento, muta l'accento, ed il pensier. Ed il pensier.
He's doing the tenor thing. Okay, wait, let me just pause. That was good. So I do have to add that all of these voice types usually have a certain character type in opera. So the sopranos are the young ingenues. So you saw that soprano singing an aria from Romeo and Juliet, and she was Juliet. The bass was singing an aria from Die Zauberflöte, and he was an old wise, is he a sorcerer? Some old wise, either sorcerer or magician kind of guy. The baritone is singing, oh yeah, the baritone, I think most guys are like baritone, tenor, I can't really say most guys are baritone, but the baritone kind of range of the voice, like for the characters that they usually sing, it's usually, like that one is more of a wide range, so it's just more of maybe like a middle-aged man. The tenors are more so the youthful men. And a lot of the time, the tenors and the sopranos are the main love interests. So, like, the song that the tenor was singing was basically talking about women. So he was definitely a womanizer. Definitely seduced a lot of ladies. And that's kind of like the tenor character in a lot of operas. He's just the young male in search of his lover female, which is usually the soprano. Okay, countertenor's turn. Damn.
Come nubi che fugge al vento, abbandono degnato che volta.
Okay, let me pause it here. Okay, so the countertenor is probably the most confusing for people that don't know much about opera. And he's not making that voice up. Like, that's his natural singing voice. It's pitched in a female range, so in a higher range. So he's closest to like a mezzo soprano in his range, and a lot of the countertenor roles or roles that can be sung by countertenors are either in like Baroque kind of opera. So he was singing an aria from a Handel opera, which is Baroque. So that genre, it's like a genre of opera, because you have different, or maybe an era of classical music. Baroque came before classical, and then romantic, and then like contemporary times. So Baroque is the like era of music, that kind of music that usually countertenors will sing. And is that because back in the day, so little music history, opera history, back in the day, females were not allowed to sing, like perform on stage. The actors or performers were just males. It was just men performing. So there would be men playing female roles. And so they used to do this thing where they would, if you were like a promising singer as a young boy, so your voice hadn't dropped or changed yet, then they would snip, and to try to keep that range of your voice so that you can keep performing those roles. Eesh. But with countertenors, that's just how their voice has naturally developed. And I think it sounds like they're just singing in their falsetto, and they don't have that lower chest range that the guys do. It just sounds like they're singing in their falsetto. I don't know too much about the mechanism of the countertenor's like vocal cords to really scientifically say what's going on there, but they're basically in the female range when they sing. So they are limited to what roles they can sing, which sucks if you have that countertenor voice. But they do have, like he sang, with all these runs, it's a lot of intricate, complex kind of melodies. So that's still pretty awesome. Okay, mezzo soprano coming up. Don't mind if I do. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so of course the mezzo soprano gets to go last. It's just awesome. I have to say that, not just because I'm a mezzo soprano, but I just love that when she sang, it seems so natural. A lot of the times in opera, opera is hard, and there's so much going on with the technique that there are a lot of times where, you can just like move your mouth in so many different ways and like move your face in so many different ways to get the sound out. But I love that she just looked like she was kind of speaking. She looked like She didn't have a care in the world, and she was just enjoying her own voice. And when you watch someone perform, even if you don't mean to, I do feel like we feel what we see. So if they look nervous, we feel kind of nervous. If they look like they're doing a lot and they're trying really hard, we feel like, feel a little tense like that. If they look like they're just enjoying themselves and having a good time, then you feel like you're just enjoying it and having a good time. So I love to see that, where it just seems like it comes out so naturally, and yet the sound is just so smooth and beautiful and powerful. And that's what I love about opera. And I love that they showed us all the different kinds of voice types, and that gives you like a wide range of music that you listen to. All the arias they sang sounded so different, and all the characters that they portrayed were like emotionally very different as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I hope that my explanations were helpful and also fun. I hope I didn't offend any other voice types out there. I'm so sorry if I did. I love you all. But let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comments. And if you liked the video, give it a like. And if you want to get notified about future videos, then subscribe. And if I haven't mentioned it in a while, we have some merch down there, so check it out. We always have like fun things down there for you guys to look at. And if you like these kinds of videos, please let me know, because I love listening to just things that pertain to opera, and also like educational sort of videos like this, I think are really, really cool to watch together. So that if you don't know anything about it, then maybe you want to know. If you're not interested, that's okay. Don't comment. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.